Okay, great. Good afternoon. How are you ladies doing?
Fantastic.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, now I can see you guys. Okay. Hello. I'm excited. Thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to speak with you guys on today.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. I do have a question. This for anyone that would like to answer. I would like to know what adversities have you guys encountered prior to starting this successful talk show?
Just the talk show. I don't think that there's anything that I can answer for myself. It wasn't anything that I had to get over or overcome to do this show. It was a pandemic job. It started when everyone was shut down, shut in, and had nothing but, a remote at their fingertips and their computer, and their phones. And so birth Cocktails with Queens. And we gave them something to, to see and to put with the journey of taking them through all things trending, all things newsworthy that we talk about from social media.
Okay. Claudia, we can't hear you again. While Claudia is doing that, I'll just answer. I'm gonna kind of agree with LisaRaye and just add on to that. Us starting this platform inside of a pandemic actually wasn't in adversity. The adversity was that we were in the middle of crisis all around us, politically, socially, it was just a mess, so people were just ingesting pain and drama just, on a day-to-day basis through television, through social media. I think Cocktails with the Queens was actually the antidote to that. I think it gave us a platform to be able to emote in such a way where it was still educational and fun. We talked about the things that were going on while we were in the pandemic, and I think that also helped people get through some of the stuff that we were all dealing with as a whole. I think that Cocktails with the Queens was the answer to the adversity as opposed to us having to deal with the adversity. I think if it wasn't any adversity, it was the pandemic that had to put us on a platform that was digital. So, especially me, because I came from a talk show where we were actually in the studio, 5 days a week. So that being canceled and then this came right afterward is really basically what God wanted in the first place. So this was the answer instead of the antidote.
Did you mean adversity with this show or just in life in general?
Well, I was saying prior to starting the talk show.
Prior to the show.
Yes,
I think in the entertainment business, y'all see it when people already finally get to where they get. You don't know the people that don't get the jobs, right? You don't know the people that are close. You don't know the people that almost got the deal, almost booked the show. You know them once they've made it. So I think it gives a false representation of like everything was easy. I think if you're in the entertainment business, like 90% of the time, you're not really, the answer is a no a lot of times until you really build a name for yourself. How do you build a name for yourself? Like, it's hard. And I think along the way, there may be times where you doubt, like, should I have went on and got my master's in something else that was more stable? What am I doing? My friends that I graduated high school with are lawyers and they have tangible careers, and this career is something that is someone else's opinion if they want to support you or not. So I think a lot of it, there's a lot of second guessing as far as personally for me with that, as far as adversity, not knowing for sure, but kind of feeling it in your heart, but not knowing when that day's going to come when you're going to be good. That was my adversity, worried about what people think. How can you not? You're in a career where your whole entire success depends on other people liking you. You could be as talented as you want. Does not matter. It's not like sports. It's not like track. If you run a 9.4, you got the world record, and it's a fact that you're the best. You could be the best and the planets ain't lined up, but you're not going to get it. So there's a lot of like self-reflecting and a lot of like doubting yourself, and you got to be strong to deal with this. So I think the adversity for me came with that. Like, you keeping positive when you get negative, like you don't get it sometimes, is tough. But the ones that you see on your screens are the ones that didn't let that know, or that, sorry, kiddo, you were close, but they went with someone else. not letting that get to you, I think that was part of, but it ends up being a blessing later on because you can handle a lot in the end. I know that was a long answer to say that, but I'm a little wordy.
Thank you so much for answering that question. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do I have time for one more?
Don't tell me I took up all the time with that answer.
No.
No, you're
Sorry.
fine.
Okay, because I know I'm limited. That's why I was like, I don't know if I have time for one more.
I'll make the next answer quick.
No, it's okay. My last question is, what advice do you have for young girls that admire you and aspire to follow in your footsteps to be successful in this industry?
I'd say for them to admire from afar, admire enough to be encouraged, and also admire enough to learn from the mistakes that we others have made, you know. Like Claudia was saying earlier, you know, you don't get a chance to see, you know, the work behind the scenes and how long it took you to get there. You just see, you know, you and all of your glory once you make it to whatever level that is, you know. But a lot of times we don't think about and learn from those things that they did not do, and the places that they did not go, and the things that they didn't do because of their brand, or because of they started rapping because they really didn't know how to sing, or whatever that is, you know, they landed someplace because of, you know, you can learn from that just as well as you can learn from the person's journey of everything that they've gone through that was so right in your eyes, you know. Even now for us, even when we do the show, it's an educational show as well, because we get a chance to learn so much even about the people that's in the business and what for us not to do, and even things that we've said, you know, we can go back and reflect and say, well, yeah, I'm gonna curtail that a little bit, or, you know, I didn't mean to say it that way specifically, or what I meant was I should have added this. And for me, being one, has taught me a lot of, I always say what I want to say. That's not always good, you know. But you can say it like your mama used to say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Mhm.
So that has been a valuable lesson for me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say, you know, there's too many things that I could say to this young generation, child, and the credits will be rolling. So I'm gonna say, watch Cocktails with the Queens every Monday night at 8 p.m. on Fox O, because there are so many things, like LisaRaye said as well. There's so many things and so many nuggets rather that come out of that show, that come off this platform. You have 4 women who have experienced life in such a way that we can speak on pretty much, and I'm pretty confident we can speak on any topic that you actually put on the show, that you put on, that we have on our show. And because of that, we're able to be food for young girls, because there's so much that we've already experienced. We didn't read it in books, we actually lived it. So I would say watch Cocktails with Queens. I know that might be cliche, and we are trying to promote our show, but I would say watch it for real, because we have segments that are really informational, and you know, moments in the show that really resonate with young women, and that young women actually need to be tuned in to listen to. So just watch Cocktails with the Queens every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Love it.
I'm gonna say, don't try to be like anybody else. That's what makes you special, is being you. Nobody can be you better than you. And also stay humble. A lot of times you'll get a job in this business because you're easy to work with. People like being around you. And if you're going to spend 10, 12, 13, 14 hours with someone, you'd much rather be around someone that is easy to work with, and you're humble, you're not mistreating people on the set. I remember a girl that did a music video, and we were all struggling trying to do commercials and stuff and beginning of our careers. And she got one music video and she lost her mind and was very condescending to everybody, like she just won an Oscar or something. And I never saw her work again after that. And that's real. The business is small. And I think that there's a lot to be said about people that have all these accomplishments, but are still easy to work with and are happy to be there. Because it doesn't have to be this way. Like, you don't have to be there. You know, we're blessed.
Facts.
And just really embrace that. Like, every day I'm like, I got another week, I got another month, I got another, you know, it doesn't have to be like that. So I'm just staying grateful and just humble, and be someone that you would want your daughter or your sister to be like, I think.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank
know that
you
was way
so
short.
much. I love you guys' answers. Thank you so much for having me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Queens, and y'all have a wonderful day. And
You
nice
have-
meeting you
Appreciate
guys.
You have beautiful, bright, pretty white teeth. Like I'm
Oh.
like,
She's,
I'm gonna
she's
get
definitely
Oh,
giving
thank you.
SWV. Yeah,
Like,
it's given
seriously.
SWV, Coco. It's given that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Y'all have a wonderful day.
Have
You
a great
too.
day as well.
Bye-bye.